And here we are in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta for the SEC Championship. We're going to take on the SEC East champion, South Carolina. They are a prolific offensive team and a strong running defense team. So that'll put a lot of strain on Mike Finley, but he ripped Alabama apart through the air, and we'll have to use him again to provide offensive balance to come away with the victory. A win today sends us to the playoffs, the first playoff ever, and it's an 18 playoff. A loss does not necessarily eliminate us, but we don't want to take the chance. Can we win today, take home our first SEC championship, and set ourselves up for more football? Hello everyone, and I know this is the Georgia Dome, but you need to just imagine that this is actually Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, because the Georgia Dome does not exist anymore. And we're here for some championship football. Man, it's good to say that. And we won the toss. We're already on a good start. Now, we're coming off that big win against our in-state rival. Emotions are high. Hopefully we don't have an emotional letdown. This team is going to look to pass the ball all around against us with their star wide receiver and their star running back as well. It's going to be a little bit different game plan than Bama was, where we were going to focus heavily on the blitz. This is going to be about staying in coverage and covering our guys and making the first tackle like that. Number 37 with a great play there. Weldon on the tackle to stop that wide receiver screen for a very, very minimal gain. Now it's going to be second down. They're going to bring in a tight end. We're still going to expect them to pass the ball. I believe that we can stay in and stop the run with our front four. Oh, they run the draw, and I think I spoke too soon. We make the tackle, but 19 yards down the field. That was a good draw play there. And now they're going to run an empty set. We've got man coverage on everyone, and then we're actually going to blitz the rest. And we're not able to get there in time. They complete the 12-yard pass for another first down. Now, one thing that some of you may be thinking is College Football Revamped did come out with a update recently that did incredible work in updating the play calling for both the human side and the computer side. I'm going to introduce that update once we get into the next season here. I feel like we're too far in to do a change of that scale. I have been practicing with it because I do have the ability to play this on my computer, because we're also going to go to the computer version next season. Kevin Neal able to make the stop and force a third down play there. But we'll play on the computer version, so the quality will be a little better and everything will load a bit faster, so that should be very exciting. I didn't have it quite ready by the time we started this season, and I wanted to keep things consistent. Big time third down play. Doesn't pitch it on the option, and we come down with the stop. Lonnie Larson for the tackle for loss. Defense bowed up when we need it, and that's going to force a very difficult decision for South Carolina. And they're coming out in field goal formation. We're going to play for the we're going to play like it's a fake, just in case. They kick it. Oh, and it's nowhere close. We won't even try to return it. We'll get great field position starting at our own 40. And our defense comes up with a stop. That's what our defense is going to have to do for this game. Is we may not shut them down like we shut down Alabama, but we do have to come up with stops. Now, when it comes to our offense, we're going to look to continue what we did against Alabama. This quick passing attack where you don't have a lot of time to really cover us is what we're going to look to establish. Hitting that slant route to Rocky Lee. Probably should have thrown it a bit sooner, but expected the check down to work instead. Now with it being 2nd and 2, we're going to try to play a little, we're going to try to push the ball a little bit. But we do have our dump route with Lee Muller. I said Eric in the last one, and that's not true. And and they get enough pressure through our offensive line and make it 3rd and 13. Now we're going to come back with a running back screen. It's a safe play. This seems like it's going to be a slugfest. Looks like we're going to have numbers out to the right, so this may go, at least for the first down. But we're going to go with it. Oh, they send a heavy blitz. Mike Finley able to get the ball off. Split the defenders. Andrew DeAngelis running. He could break 3. Down to the 35. That's a 30-yard gain on the running back screen to flip the field. Way to stay in there by Mike Finley and throw it just before the defense gets there. Now it's a good time to come back with our option play. Try to keep a little bit of the balance. The passing game is going to be the feature today, but offensive balance is key. Option keeper Andrew DeAngelis not able to break through the line. No gain on the play. We'll go with a screen pass here. We're going to go back to a wide receiver screen. Just trying to keep some balance and maybe get some easy yardage here. Ooh, that was a dangerous play, but Xavier McFarland able to come down with the ball, getting a 4-yard gain to make it 3rd and manageable. Now with it being 3rd and 6, we've got a couple of options. We don't want to take a sack here. We don't want to get away from field goal range. Looks like they are going to play cover 4, so this should work out well. And Mike Finley a little outside his first incompletion of the day. Gavin Black was there. But now we'll be tasked with a decision here. Let me make sure that my punter is in at my starting kicker, because our freshman kicker's just not quite ready yet for this kind of situation. Yeah, that influences my decision a ton. So we are going to attempt the field goal. 48-yard field goal, that would be a season long. We don't kick many field goals, but because we are in a dome, I feel confident. It is up. Oh, and he hits it off the crossbar! You couldn't get any closer to making it. Now both teams end up with a missed field goal on their opening drives. Damn, that was close. Now we put the stress back on our defense. I don't like any of these calls. I don't want to run a heavy blitz, but looks like we're going to. I want to change you to play quarterback spy. And okay, you can blitz. And that ended up working out well. We get the 2-yard, or we stop Sean Hendricks after a 2-yard gain on the play to make it 2nd and 8. Looks like they're going into an empty set. So once again, I want to keep blitzing heavy when they come out into an empty set. I want to put this quarterback in a strained situation. Oh, and what a one-handed catch. We'll acknowledge when they make a great play. Jamal Wise with that one-handed catch across the middle to get the first down. Now with it being first down, wide open field, they could run just about anything here. Oh, Neal just turn around and pick that. Still a great play in coverage, but could have gotten a lot more. Seems like possessions are going to be very, very important here. We're going to keep running cover 1 against this spread out look here. I could see another draw here. No? Okay, they're going to pass the ball again. And he throws it a bit outside. It's now going to be 3rd and long. Now, we could see a lot of things. Could see a draw. Could see a deep pass. I want to play like we're blitzing. Maybe we can force them into a screen here. We want something short in front of us that we can keep up with. Get him! Get him! Yes! Lonnie Larson with the sack! Other Tigers on the play to clean it up. And the defense comes up with a big third down stop. That spin move off that tackle and getting there just in time. This is seeming like it's going to be a defensive battle when it kind of looked on paper like it might be a very high-scoring game. It looks like our defense, after dominating Alabama, was looking to come and play again. Alex Harrison with an 8-yard return, setting us up to start on our own 30. Time to see if we can get Andrew DeAngelis going. Inside trap, got a hole, splits it, puts on a couple of moves and gets 11 yards on the gain. That's a great way for him to start. Now let's come back to our option here. Like to keep Mike Finley moving and keep this offensive or this defensive line guessing. Option off that star defensive end. Mike Finley with the keeper getting a 7-yard gain, trying to cut it back inside for a couple more yards, but still we'll take what we can get. So now we're going to be 2nd and 3. We're going to look to see if, what the coverage is. Maybe we can push something down the field a bit. Cannot take a sack here. And we got some down the field. Alex Harrison streaking on the seam route with a 26-yard throw and catch. What a play to get us into scoring position. He barely got it over that defensive lineman, but it was enough. Trying to look at some play action plays there, but doesn't seem like we really have anything set up yet. We really need to establish the run a little bit more before we go for something like that. Looks like they're running cover 4, so well, they blitzed instead. Andrew DeAngelis still with a 3-yard gain off that outside keeper. Don't want to quite commit to a draw type play or anything like that. Want to keep that for a 3rd down. Actually going to run a counter here with Andrew DeAngelis with a guard pull. Had to try to cut it up field as that outside linebacker blitzed. Only able to get 1 yard on the play, and now it's going to put us in a tough spot for a 3rd and 6. Time to come back to our simple slant route. Looks like they're going to play decent coverage here. This may not end up working. So we're actually going to do a run up the middle and see what happens. I like 6 on 6, so let's go with it. And no one blocked the outside backer on the left-hand side. We've got a lot of decisions here to make. We're going to come out and see what kind of coverage they give us. Once again, they're looking at a cover 4 type look. I think I'm going to go with it, and we're going to go for our first 4th down play of the game. It's a tad aggressive here to end the first quarter, but let's go with it. Throw it to our pure hand, Xavier McFarland, for a 15-yard gain to end the first quarter. We are in the red zone. Both teams have had a little bit of success on offense, but both defenses have come up with big stop after big stop to keep this scoreless. But we're in scoring position, looking to cap off a long drive. Now, with it being 1st and goal, we're going to try to attack the inside a little bit. Looks like they're bringing a couple people in the box, so this might be a little bit harder to do. Andrew DeAngelis cutting on the inside, gaining 3 yards to make it 2nd and goal at the 4. Don't have a lot of room between those tackles. The defensive line is doing a really good job plugging up any holes. Now let's come up with a little bit of trick play, or a little bit of a trick play for our standards. We're going to run a triple option off this defensive end. Finley keeps it, pitches it, and Mike Scott does not gain on the play. In fact, he probably loses about a yard. Probably should have kept it there, and they ran the option really well, running a quarterback to pitch. So now we're going to be 3rd and goal. Right now we're going to look at this kind of play, trying to either hit Lee Muller or Rocky Lee on that stop route. We might have to settle for a field goal. Hit Lee Muller, he turns upfield and pushes his way in for the touchdown. We take the lead early. Cap off a pivotal drive with a 4th down conversion, and our tight end Lee Muller comes up with another touchdown. Mike Finley put the ball in a place where he could go and make a move, and that he did, powering his way across the goal line. Now we'll kick our extra point. Easy chip shot. It's up, and it's good. Tim Dunge congratulating Lee Muller on that nice catch for the touchdown. Way to fight for those extra yards and get what we need. Because we were probably coming away with a field goal if he doesn't run that defensive back over. Harvey with yet another touchback. And South Carolina is going to start on their own 25. Now, we've been pretty good here so far running cover 1, giving them a little bit of a fuss. Let's see if we can continue to do it. Run another... Oh, no, it was a draw instead. Lonnie Larson not able to come up with the tackle. And he gets 5 yards on the gain to make it second about 5. We're going to change it up here, see if we can draw a little bit of confusion. I expect them to maybe try something a little deep here. And it was a good zone beater. Ended up sitting in a spot where our outside linebacker couldn't decide which one to cover. So now we'll actually drop into a cover 2. Want to keep this offense guessing. Weldon with not the best coverage. They're able to gain 17 yards. They're really starting to get into a rhythm. Don't want to get overly aggressive, so I'm trying to stay away from the blitz. Played the route concept there, but not after they get 8 yards, throwing it to the flats. Got outnumbered out there. Now with it being 2nd and 2, they've run draws in this kind of scenario, so I'm going to actually blitz pretty heavy here. We called the right play, but we weren't able to defend it. They ended up getting 13 yards on the gain. We've barely given them any resistance on this drive. With a double tight end set, we definitely want to play like it is a run here. In fact, it's a pass, and he has nowhere to throw it and throws it away. Good job by our defense there to apply a lot of pressure quickly. Now it's 2nd and long. Coming out in a cover 2 look, trying to disguise it a little bit. Run another draw, and we're there in time. Our defensive end, number 13, and Tony Johnson, comes down with the tackle for loss. And now it's going to be 3rd and 12. While it would be really funny to send a goal line blitz, I think that's a bit ill-advised. So we're going to run just a cover 1 lurk. We run it a lot. And they come up with the catch, but short of the 1st down. And they're going to be forced to kick a field goal. As always, we're going to play fake protection just in case. Because we went for it about this length anyway, and they've already missed 1 field goal. But they get the field goal. So just like that, our lead shrinks to 4 midway through the second quarter. Our defense didn't apply a lot of resistance there, so hopefully they can figure it out on the next drive. Alex Harrison will take the touchback as he couldn't handle it anyway. Running a spotlight on South Carolina's corner, number 39. He's starting as a true freshman, so props to him for that. Looks like they're running that cover 4 concept again. We should be able to hit Lee Muller underneath. And that we do for a 6-yard gain. They're going to that was a little bit of a weird animation. But they're going to keep trying to bracket Xavier McFarland and Rocky Lee, then we're going to keep hitting them underneath. We'll give them a steady dose of Lee Muller. Then when they overcorrect, we'll hit something big. Andrew DeAngelis hits a seam. He's running at the 30, all the way down to the 20, to the 10. He's going to go all the way for the touchdown! Big time run by Andrew DeAngelis, about a 70-yard run on the play to steal all the momentum back. And just like that, we go up 11. That's a nice 2-play drive for us. And Aubie's super excited from that run, although he's going to get tired from all those push-ups. And Harvey boots the ball away for another touchback. I do say I do like our end zone. I like the orange on purple. I don't think I'd be a fan of the purple on orange. But that's just me. So they tore our defense apart last time. We came up with a big-time stop to force a field goal, but the current path we're on is not a good one. Oh, and they keep the option. Ghost, you got to come up with a play, and he saves it. It could have gone for a touchdown. We had him in the backfield, but got a brutal stiff arm. Looks like both offenses are really starting to get their stride. We got 2 defenders out there. First one comes up with a play that's Weldon again on the outside, but not before a 4-yard gain. They're already down to our 46. Expecting to see a play action here. No, it's another run. We guessed the wrong gap. They get another big play, 18 yards. Man, they are kind of getting whatever they want. We're getting so worried about their passing attack that they're running just right over us. Likely to see some type of play action here, though. That we did, and they throw the ball away. It's now going to be 2nd and long. Our defense really has to bow up here like they have before. It's about this point that they always bow up and come up with a big-time stop. Okay, I got running back. Oh, and I missed! I had him! He's going to go almost all the way. I had him in the backfield and I whiffed. That's going to cost us here. It's now 1st and goal at the 3. Probably ill-advised, but we'll go with it anyway. They run the option keeper and nobody's home. Easiest touchdown they've scored all year. And just like that, they cut the lead back to 4. Our defense got fooled there pretty badly. Now our offense has to respond again. This game started out as a very quiet game where it looked like a touchdown might win it. And now it's been an explosive second quarter. But We caught them sleeping with Andrew DeAngelis hitting a seam. Very tempted to go back and hit him with it again. Just because Andrew DeAngelis is that kind of runner. He could do it again. We'll see what they come out and setup wise. Looks like they're expecting a type of play action. So we'll actually just go ahead and run it. Andrew DeAngelis with that jump cut, able to turn the ball upfield for a 9-yard gain. And now it's going to be 2nd and 1. We're going to give them another steady diet. We're going to come back to a play that worked earlier in the season with this wide trap, looking to run away from that star defensive end. Trap hits, we cut on the inside. Andrew DeAngelis breaks free a little bit with an 11-yard gain. We already have 100 yards running on the day. And we still have plenty of time. We're going to come back with a read option here. Hopefully they're keying Andrew DeAngelis enough that Mike Finley can break free a little bit. Mike Finley hits a seam with a 20-yard gain. This is supposed to be the 5th best rushing defense in the league, and we are starting to make it look foolish. We might have enough here to set up a play action. Let's see if anything's really set up. Doesn't look like it. We're going to come out calling one, and then we'll see if we check out of it. Got a lot of players in the box. Might be able to hit a seam deep. And no, we'll just dump the ball off to Mike Scott. He's not able to come up with the catch. Was a bit of a dangerous throw, but we get bailed out. Now with 1:46 left, we are on the South Carolina 34. We're going to look to shrink the clock a little bit here. Andrew DeAngelis able to get some of our yardage back to make it more of a 3rd and manageable. We're going to come out looking for a screen type play here. Maybe we can catch them sleeping. They haven't had a real opportunity to apply a lot of pressure to us recently. So we're going to go with it and see what happens. I want to burn a little bit more time off the clock though, just in case. We'd like to go into half with the lead. Dump the ball off. And that defensive end is able to come back and make a play. How long is that field goal going to be? 47. We doinked it off the bottom upright from 1 yard further. I don't have full confidence in our kicker, and I'd rather not punt the ball away. So we will go for it again. We're just kind of forced here. So once again, on another 4th and 6, we will go for it. Kind of liking that Xavier McFarland look, not going to lie. And hit Rocky Lee, our star wide receiver. And we're going to go ahead and call timeout. 18 seconds from the 11. We don't have to get the ball in. But a touchdown here would do wonders. Have the ability to run the ball here if we need to. Cannot take a sack though. And Rocky Lee's wide open in the end zone. Just before half, we punch in another touchdown to go up back by 11. What a drive and what a conversion on 4th down. We are money on that down today. Mike Finley excellently leading Rocky Lee out of that outbreak. And it's wide open. We're just going to go ahead and kick our field goal here, or our extra point. Now with 14 seconds left to go, they have a couple of options here. We're just going to boot the ball away. We're actually going to try to squib it, and we didn't do it very well. But try to force them to burn a little time. And it didn't actually run any clock. I thought that would run clock. Oh well. Here's what we're likely to see, a running play just to get the clock moving, and then if they have time to run a second play, they will run a something deep. So hopefully we don't oversell on the run. It was a screen. But we get them down inbounds. They do call their timeout though. And now we're going to play what we didn't play against Georgia. And that decision will haunt me basically all the rest of next season. We're going to play prevent. We know what's coming. Oh, it's not even close. Not even close. So, at the end of the first half, a late score put us up by 11. The second quarter was an offensive thriller, and we get the ability to go up another score to come out of the second half. Let's see if we can do it and put this game away early. We'll go ahead and take the touchback. Just, there hasn't been a lot of opportunity for getting a return. But since that missed field goal, we've had 3 straight touchdowns. Let's see if we can keep that streak alive. Andrew DeAngelis broke free on that one drive. Let's see if we can get him to continue to establish himself. They send the run blitz. Still able to get 2 on the play, but they're really looking at trying to bottle him in. Kind of going a bit away from the game plan on focusing more on the run game. But it's good for a couple of reasons. It keeps the ball in a safe place and it's working. And now it's going to be 3rd and 4. Have a bunch of options, could run the option again. But I'm thinking we need to get our passing game back involved. We're going to come with this short crossing route over the middle. Looks like they're blitzing, so it may be a good idea. Andrew DeAngelis, he breaks a couple of tackles. Looked like it was going to be close on whether he could get the first down, but he actually does get it and pushes the ball out to the 41. We got a setup play here. For our play action, we're going to look to hit Rocky Lee in this comeback route. Looks like they're running cover 2, so it should be open. Oh, what a placement of the ball by Mike Finley. Able to just barely drop that ball in on the sideline just before he got decked. And Rocky Lee with that nice toe tap to keep him in bounds. Let's see if we can get a draw play going here. We're just throwing a bunch of different looks at this defense, seeing what sticks. Need to remind myself to use the motion a little more. Andrew DeAngelis able to get 8 yards on the play. Found a couple of holes there. We're actually going to go and start going into a conservative look for now. Really trying to burn some time off the clock. The more we can shrink this game, the more we can ensure that we will be able to get a playoff bid. Someone get free! And Mike Finley able to release the ball before the blitz came in. We didn't have much time there to adjust. We were able to get the ball away. Xavier McFarland was just breaking off his route, but that defensive end made a good play there to bat the ball down. Lee Muller able to catch the ball but not get the first down. We don't have a ton of options here. Just this is the problem with not recruiting a very good kicker. Our freshman is just not ready, so we're forced to go for it again. Gonna run an option look here off this star defensive end. Mike Finley able to break a tackle and fall forward to get the first down. That looked like it was gonna be stopped behind the line, but he's able to come up with just enough to push the chains. And now, on first down, we're going to come back to our steady diet of our man, Andrew DeAngelis. Hole wasn't quite there. Tried to bounce it a little bit and ended up bouncing into a bit more of a pressure look. Able to gain 2 on the play, though. We're going to come back and run another wide receiver screen here. We're just really trying to get our guys in space and just really force them to play on their heels. Get Alex Harrison the ball off the bubble screen. Able to gain 10 yards on the play. Mike Finley really dropped that ball in there. He's really starting to hit his seam as we get into the late part of this season. He's looking playoff ready, folks. Now, go see if we can run a bit of a fancy play. Able to squeeze the ball in there to Lee Muller. I thought it was going to be picked off by that corner, but looks like he caught that corner just flat-footed enough to come off with the completion. Now we'll get Rocky Lee involved with the ball in space. Actually, we're going to check out of that. Looks like they're covering that really well. And Mike Finley able to throw the ball under pressure, delivering the ball to Rocky Lee. And with that, it's going to be a 1st and goal. We're doing just enough here to stay away from the pressure and to come up with play after play. Looks like they're not super committed to our run threat here. That we do. We hand the ball off to Andrew DeAngelis. Tries to cut it inside. Able to gain a yard or 2, but it's now going to be 2nd and goal. We're now going to come back with the dive play here. Looks like they're going to match up big for big, so we've got a couple of opportunity here. Motion an extra blocker into the A gap, and it's not enough. We're shut down again. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Going to turn off that conservative clock just for a play or 2. We just need a little bit more time to make some reads. A field goal here would keep it at a 2-score game, so we would really like to get a touchdown. We run the play action, try to squeeze it in, and we're not able to do so. It's now going to be 4th and goal. And I'm gonna wave the white flag on this one. I'm gonna kick the field goal. My reasoning is it keeps us up by 14 points. If we were on the 1, I'd go for it. But being on the 2, to me, makes me feel like I have to throw the ball. And so, just because of that, I don't feel quite comfortable. We actually have to defend on a kick return. First time in a while. And we get them down in reasonable time. And now, after a very long drive, we finally get to see their offense for the first time this quarter. Probably going to see a bit of a passing attack. We close down on that, knocking the ball out. We were almost ready for picking that ball off and taking it the other way. Now, with it being 2nd and 10, we're going to apply a bit of pressure. See what we can get away with. Neal able to close down on that play, making it 3rd and short. Would have liked to come up with the incompletion, but we'll take what we can get. Now it's 3rd and 2. Could possibly see a screen here. We're pulling everyone up into the box. Oh, and Ghost is able to come up with the swat. Big time play to make it a 3 and out. Just what our defense needed to do to keep this game in our clutches. Still, we're only up 14. This game is not over yet, not in the slightest. Alex Harrison trying to bow out a little bit to maybe get around and get a punt return. But he's not able to do so. Still gets 13 yards on the gain, so we start on our own 31. We're going to come back to this play action bubble play. I really liked it, and it got Alex Harrison the ball in some space. Let's see if we can replicate it here. And it doesn't work out quite the same this time. Rocky Lee was a little bit too far downfield to cover the right guy. But still, it was a modest gain. And we take our lead into the fourth quarter. We're really starting to establish ourselves on the ground and shorten this game out. We're up 14 points going into the fourth quarter. It's not impossible that South Carolina could come back, but it's going to be very hard. We have the ball, and we're looking to take as much time off the clock as we can. Now let's come back with our inside traps. We run them well, and we do a ton of them. Running that wide trap. Let's see if we can get people in the right spot. Hand the ball off. Looks like there's a little bit of room. Andrew DeAngelis finds it, cuts it upfield for a 5-yard gain. It's now going to be 3rd and 2. We really want to stay on the field here. We're going to come with a read option look. Want to see if I can get us in the right situation. And I want to keep the ball in the hands of my playmakers. Hand the ball off to Andrew DeAngelis. Hits a seam. Has one man to beat, and he's not able to do so. Still a 14-yard gain on 3rd and 2. Moving the chains, and we get to burn even more clock. Let's come out with another read option. We're putting these guys in very hard situations where they have to think. Andrew DeAngelis hits another seam. He could go. Oh, it squeezes down on him, but not before he gets a 21-yard rush to match his number 21. We're really starting to lean heavy on him, but it's working. He has 18 rushes for 164 yards and 1 touchdown. We're on the inside trap. Able to get 5 yards on 1st down. This defensive line is on their heels. Now let's see if we can set up a play action here. Would love to hit a little chunk play to maybe put the knife in the coffin. Hit the comeback to Xavier McFarlane. He's not able to hold on. Well, that's going to be 3rd and 5. We're not doing the greatest on 3rd down conversion. We're 4 for 9. Let's see if we can come up with a completion here. Looking to hit Rocky Lee on this curl route. We're actually going to hit the underneath. Alex Harrison able to run over a guy. Pushes ahead. Not able to get it. So now going to be 4th and 1. The play here now is to kick the field goal. This will push it to a 3-score game, being up 17 points with 5 minutes left to go. Harvey kicks it. It's up. And it's good. Right in the All-State hands. Right down the middle. And that might be the kill shot. But our defense has to continue what it's been doing. We've been the kings of second half adjustment, shutting down teams at the half. But this offense is capable of doing the comeback, so we need to stay vigilant. We're going to run our cover 2 look here. Need to make sure we just don't get beat deep. We'll take these little underneath routes. And they complete the pass for a 12-yard gain. Oh, and they're running that empty look. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show blitz. Every time that we have encountered this situation, we've blitzed heavy. But now we're going to make it look like it. Kind of the same success, only a 3-yard gain. But still, it's going to be 2nd and 7. Looks like one of our players is going to be out for the rest of the game. Still, we need them to be rested up and ready for the playoff, because this is not the end of our season. We still have at least one more game after this. If not the playoff, then at least a bowl game. I can see them try to run the ball here just to keep us on our toes. No, they run this little route concept again. I don't think they've completed that all game, yet they keep going back to it. But now, it's 2nd and long after that incompletion. Let's see if we can cover this running back here. Whoa, okay, I guess I wasn't supposed to cover the running back, even though I think I was marked for him. Tight end left wide open over the middle of the field, and they move the chains again. Let's get a little bit fancy here. We can afford to. Gonna run a zone look and see if we can get a Neal a sack. Oh, and he almost gets home. And we come flying down to punish that wide receiver. Kevin Neal almost gets there on the sack, right in that quarterback's face, but just not able to come up with the play. And man, they've burned a bunch of their own clock here. Already down to 3.5 minutes. And the quarterback able to throw the ball away before getting sacked, making it a 3rd down. Now it's 3rd and short. We're going to see, could be anything here. They have not converted a 3rd down all day. And we're going to try to keep it that way. Now with it being 3rd and 2, we send pretty much the house. They're able to get a ball in behind us. They get all the way down to the 7. It is now 1st and goal. The quarterback was able to stay in just long enough. And now, we got to keep them out of this end zone. They get 4 yards on the gain on the pass. There's just a lot of coverage there. It was kind of hard to focus on it all. Now they're bringing in 3 tight ends. Very likely here we're going to see something up the middle. They run the ball. We're able to stop him. Heavy blitz off the left side worked. And now we push them back. It is 3rd and goal. They need a touchdown. Could try to blitz the house here, but we're going to play coverage. I'm confident in our guys. And they come up with another incompletion. Now, with just over 2 minutes left to go, they're forced to go for it. Can we come up with a stop here and clinch our SEC championship? No, we can't. They run the ball. They cut the lead back down to 10. This game is not over. And they do still have all 3 of their timeouts. So we are not guaranteed yet. We will see an onside kick here. Let's make sure we recover it here. Oh, you're scaring me, guys. And we come up with it. Thank you, Mike Scott. Mike Scott. Whew. Woo! That was a little too tight there. But now, we have to get, I believe, 2 first downs. 2 first downs to win the game. We're going to have to do it with Andrew DeAngelis and no one else. Well, Andrew DeAngelis, Mike Scott, the legs of Mike Finley, and if we run a jet sweep, but running the ball. Andrew DeAngelis gets 14 yards on first down. Unfortunately, we still have to burn 2 more timeouts. So, hopefully, we can burn all of those. We're going to run the counter here. Oh, puts on a couple of moves, gets another first down. We could just be taking a knee here to burn all their timeouts, but I'd rather not take the chance. If we score early and we have to play more defense, then we have to play more defense. Because getting another touchdown here would put the game out of reach. Still, 6 yards on the gain on the handoff. Now with 2 minutes left to go, they are out of timeouts. We just need 1 first down to clinch an SEC championship and our first playoff berth. We're going to come back and run an option play off their star defensive end. Something we've done all day. Mike Finley able to get the first down. Gets pulled all the way down to the South Carolina 4, but it's not going to matter. We're just going to mercy kill. Ah, victory formation. Such a sweet sight. So we will kneel the ball about 3 times and take it on. In our first year of being the head coach of the Auburn Tigers, we take them to an SEC championship. We had 1 misstep against Georgia, and it could have been avoided. It was a poor coaching mistake, but one we won't make again. It was a hard lesson learned. We took that, and it fueled us to totally destroy our in-state rival. That took us here, and now we will get to host a playoff game. Sweet, sweet victory. And going into the postseason, we go, I believe, 13-1. And I'll get to correct myself in a minute if I'm wrong. But at the final, we win 27-17. Couple of clutch plays to end the first half and start the second, put the game out of reach. Andrew DeAngelis with a huge 70-yard run as the play of the game. That really stole the momentum back, and we never really gave it back after that. It's going to be a hard loss for South Carolina to swallow, as their playoff hopes are eliminated. So we exchange our post-game pleasantries. We get to celebrate with Mike Finley, who should be, or he might not be, yeah, it's actually Andrew DeAngelis with 205 yards rushing. Get to hoist that trophy proud, and hopefully it's not our last. But we've got bigger sights ahead. For our overall stats of the game, it was an interesting game to say the least. We had 415 yards of total offense to their 265. We let up 13 first downs. We had 232 yards rushing, and we completed 18 for 23. I like that high completion ratio, but we did match them toe for toe in passing yards. Third down conversions, both teams struggled. They converted 1 out of their 6 attempts, and we converted 4 out of 11. That must be better. We were 3 for 3 in fourth down conversions. That really fueled our run there to pull away. And I believe that's 100% in the... Oh, no, the missed field goal. So, no, because that wasn't in the red zone. I think that's counting the last drive where we kneeled, but I could be wrong. Still, I'm happy with that. No turnovers. Either way, surprisingly. That was a good day to keep it clean. And no penalties either. It was just a clean overall game, and we'll take those. So I thought I'd show you this view just because there is a little bit of behind the scenes work I have to do to set up the playoff, and I want to get this video out before then. So I will tell you your conference representatives here, and then the other 3 slots, the 3 at-large spots, you'll have to wait and see who gets in the playoff. But we will be representing the SEC proudly. Arizona will be representing the Pac-12. Florida State will be representing the ACC. Ohio State, #1 team in the country, will represent the Big 12, or Big 10. Man, I made that mistake again. And then the one Power 5 team that is not represented here, because they do not have a conference championship anymore, is Texas. The #2 team in the country. They have 2 losses, but they've been ranked #2 and Big 12 championships, or Big 12 champions. I was hoping I could get like the team of Texas, but we made it. We got to play for the playoffs. So in the next episode, we will play our first ever playoff game. Will we be able to advance to the second round, or will we get blown out by one of these teams? You'll have to find out and see. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe because it helps me out so much more than you know. And you should definitely be back here next time for some playoff football. It's the only thing better than SEC championship football. But yeah, have a good one, guys.